And I mean, if you don't like your history, you don't like your tradition. What are you saying? You don't like your the people who have gone before you. You don't like your mom and your dad or your fathers or the men.
Yeah.
So there's something about that that just kind of hits me sometimes.
One of the things I enjoy is because I got to work with all those World War II veterans. Veterans go all the way back to 1946 in the VFW and American Legion.
Yeah.
But right here in town, what they used to go out in the woods and cut Christmas trees
Mm-hmm.
with a pallet and a horse and drag it back into town, and no one would compete with them because you couldn't compete with them.
Yeah.
You get the cheapest price from the VFW, and they'd sell a ton of them.
Yep.
That's why they got all the hell of that money in that bank.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved up in '84, they had $49,000 in the bank now. It was for building fund.
Yeah.
Because they thought they were going to have to build their own building.
Mm.
They thought they were going to get kicked out,
Yeah.
and they were already looking at certain properties. And it never happened. And but guys like Gil Coons kept the VFW alive downtown by himself.
Yeah.
When it come time for dues, he'd have a list, and he'd go to your house at night.
Yeah.
He'd knock on your door, and he intended to walk over with a check or some cash in his hand. And that's how he kept it alive.
Well, I think there's guys like Gil Coons, there's guys like you, there's guys like me. There's a point where the staff gets handed to you to like, hey, it's your responsibility now
Okay.
to keep everybody together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point it's getting kind of scary because who are we going to hand it off to next?
Yeah.
Which goes back to George Linden being my story. Like, if we're not having VFWs, I mean, there's less wars, combat vets. But on the sad side is also as vets, we're the ones doing Memorial Day, Veterans Day. We should be front and center on July 4th too. Anything honoring America.
Mm-hmm.
I always when I go to the schools and I talk to elementary kids, I tell them, hey, we're how to fold the flag and stuff like that. But I also say, hey, look, as a veteran, this flag can't talk, but I can talk because I served with this flag.
Mm-hmm.
I served in the military. I am a representative of the country as well. So we have a closer relationship to that flag than most civilians.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is draped over us when we die.
Mm-hmm.
No one else gets that honor. So, when we take the oath to defend our country, it never goes away. But what does that mean, though, defending our country as we're sitting here today? We're defending tradition. We're defending the memory and history and the honor of our dead, our values that created this country.
Yeah.
We are that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think veterans sometimes, it seems like our ranks are dwindling, is because that's even lost on the veteran.
Yes.
More nowadays.
Yeah, they're trained different than when we went through.
Oh yeah. That's a whole other story too. All the different uniforms and everything. And
traditions and everything else that they missed all out of.
Yeah. We're going to have a big display at the fair. Big display.
Well, which Motherlode Fair?
Yeah.
And what kind of display are you talking, like generations of the military and stuff like that?
Ron Hamilton
is
in charge of it. I took him down and introduced him to Steve Wilson.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to have all the mannequins.
Oh, okay.
Different uniforms.
Oh,
it's going to be a lot of work there. It's going to need a lot of hands to get that done.
Yeah, and we're going to man the building. Veterans going to man the building whenever it's open to act as docents and security also.
Okay.
And he wants to get 250 pictures of veterans. Well, right at that door where you walk in the door of the hall, there's 50 of them right there.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're going down next Monday. We're going to go down there, and he's bringing his son, who's a Marine, and married his daughter. He's bringing a scanner, and they'll scan all those pictures.
Nice.
And I'm gonna bring the pictures that are upstairs, bring them down, and scan them, and take them back up and put them where they belong.
Yeah.
And you're gonna try to get 250 pictures. That big board down there in the hall, it's got all the names of the Desert Storm people on it. We'll take that out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Steve Wilson's on board with it 100%.
Yeah.
No weapons, no guns, no that kind of stuff, just uniforms and pictures of it.
Nice.
Have you been? I told you about it. I'm not sure if you ever went to it. Down in Fresno, they have a veteran center down in Fresno, and mainly ran by Vietnam vets. And they got, and it's a small building, but they got different rooms and stuff. And I remember they got this one room set up like you're in a tent in Vietnam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like you're sitting in it, you know.
Wow.
There was another room there they were working on when I was there. Is they've got dog tags for every POW MIA ever, and they're just all over the walls. They're hanging from the ceilings.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just you don't. It's one thing to see number, but then actually see the dog tags. Like it's just massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
I've got a box of dog tags at home.
Gee.
No idea who they're from or nothing. I don't want to throw them away.
Yeah, because people don't like
I don't know if they're local. I have no idea. Just someone died and the family cleaned out the closet and there they were. Someone said, "You take them." I said, "Oh, okay, I'll take them."
Yeah.
But that's sad in itself, you know.
Yeah.
Because families aren't honoring their history of their own dead.
Yeah.
You know, Uncle so and so. I've got my great grandfather's flag. He served in World War One right there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
How many of those get turned in to get burnt?
Yeah.
Families don't care no more.
No.
You know. But hate to go out on a sad note, but thanks for coming today, Frank, and just talking about a bunch of stuff. And I think that's what you know when we talk about like trying to get on Tuolumne Access or just having a show. We just want to sit there and talk. I remember Jake's like, "Hey, let's come up with what we're going to talk about in the shows and stuff." It's
I'm
like,
going to give you some information here next week.
Yeah.
I'll bring you some. I'll copy of it. And you still want to go with the 11 guys from Tuolumne? The first broadcast?
Well, I'm up for anything.
And I thought we might bring people like Jan Columbani in to speak like she did out of the airport. Jerry Disney, Dan Hilton. I knew some of these guys. Just talk about them as people.
Well, I think
I want to present them as people.
Yes.
Well, it's hard to say what we want to do, like because what we're doing right here, I could bring Jerry Disney in and sit
right here,
and talk to him. You know, with Tuolumne Access, we're going to have a limited amount of time, and how do we want to use that? And is it using it for information for the community to say, hey, look at these dates, these are this and this, because we can sit down in long form like this on our own.
Oh yeah.
And produce just as good content without restraint, without time
Let's have a
restraint.
meeting with him this week. Let's get it nailed down what we're going to do.
Yeah, we definitely need to at least do one or two shows that are informational throughout the year for them.
Yeah.
But
And Oscar Martinez will finance one of them.
yeah.
That's good. And if you can get help Park to do the other one. So,
Well, all
get
right.
us a meeting and let's talk.
Are you gonna head down for lunch right now?
Yeah, lunch with the boys.
Yeah. Well, we're a little late. What time are they gonna get there?
Like you did last time.
They're there right now.
Yeah, they're probably there right now.
This is Aaron and Marv. See you next
Call
time.
Me Legends with Frank Smart.